Hey guys, I'm back again with another video on my coins and coin collections and hobbies. This is a video on my Liberty nickel collection. So I went down to my local coin store today and I got incredibly lucky and I found this Dansko Liberty nickel album. Not only are these albums basically not obtainable anymore except for like on eBay, of which they cost a ridiculous amount. I got this for only $40. Not only did I get this for only $40, but it was also brand new. It was still in the shrink wrap. It wasn't used. So I was like, I can't pass up on that. It's too good of a deal. These are upwards of $80, $90, $70 on eBay right now for used copies, mind you, used. So I was using, given that, since they're so incredibly hard to find usually, I was using a custom, blank Dansko album, but I moved all the coins over to this today, so let's take a look at it. And before I get going on this, I just want to say I really like this series. I like nickels in general, but this sort of has a special spot for me. I really like the design, especially when you get a coin in really good condition, because a lot of Liberty nickels out there are really worn. So now I've been looking for coins in the condition of around VG to XF. This 1883 No Sense is in really nice shape. It's almost I would say it's almost uncirculated, about uncirculated. Perhaps, maybe not. I don't know. It has a lot of detail. So since my Lincoln cents are almost complete, I decided to start a new project, and this was the project, Liberty nickels. Now I have a lot of worn coins in here. Like this is a coin I picked up that I'm going to upgrade further down the line because it's pretty worn. But a lot of these earlier coins are more expensive and higher grades. Not even necessarily higher grades, but grades above VG. These are two coins I got today. They're pretty decent. They got decent details on them. There's letters that are noticeable in Liberty, which is one of the things to look for. I have an 1893 coming in the mail from eBay. It was actually supposed to be here today, but didn't show up for whatever reason. 1894 is a tough date. They're pretty expensive in XF fine grades, so I don't have that yet. This one is a pretty well worn one. Need to upgrade that one eventually. That's one of the nice things about this series is you can find relatively cheap coins and use them as hole fillers in the meantime. Like say for example, this one I probably paid $5 for that. And then later down the line, when I have more funds, you can purchase a nicer graded one. Same thing with this. I got this recently. I think it costs like maybe $4. I'm not sure. This is another one that definitely needs to be upgraded. This one too. This one I think costs like $4. Some of these other ones I have are really nice. This one might have been cleaned at some point, but I still think it looks really nice. It's one of my favorites here, actually. It has a lot of detail on it. Here's another pretty nice one. Examples like this are why I really like this coin. Beautiful coin, and something about it that I just like. This is a coin that needs to be upgraded. I think I have one coming in the mail, actually. A nicer example. And this is one that can be upgraded for very little funds. It's fairly cheap. Certain years are more expensive than others. This is one I would like to also upgrade further down the line. I got this one today. This is another one I got on eBay that I quite liked. 1909. Sorry about all the dust and debris on here. Might actually be inside the... Sorry, 1 second, my friends. It's one of the downsides of Dansko albums. Sometimes you get stuff trapped in them. Where is that? Okay, 1910. 1911. 1912. This was an upgraded one that I got not about a month or so ago. This one is in pretty worn condition. I actually have a nicer one coming. I don't have the 1912S because this is kind of it's a key date. It's kind of expensive, so I do plan on obtaining that eventually. So there's 2 empty spots in the end here. So what I opted to do was I put both the reverse coins. And I would sort of consider this is the one that is the 1883 with no cents. So sort of one reverse. And then this is the one that they use for the rest of the series, where they actually had to change the reverse to have cents on it. So that way it showed 5 cents essentially. But since there's empty spots, I figured why not have both the reverses showing. Just for the hell of it. But yeah, I really like this series, and so the cool thing is any coins that you also upgrade in this series, like say for example, if I have this coin here and I want to upgrade this one, there's actually a second page here where I do have some duplicate coins, just for the hell of it, extra coins, somewhere to put them. So I do have a few in here that were originally in the spots in the first page. You can tell these are pretty well worn. Like look at this 1912 here. There's 1912 Philadelphia. Most of the Liberty nickels are made in Philadelphia. Yeah, this is the one that took its place, so you can tell it's a little bit nicer with more detail. Really, the only year that there is more coins than that are minted than in Philadelphia is 1912. There's a 1912 Philadelphia, Denver, and then the key date San Francisco. So, and then the 1912S, like I said, is a key date, and the other key dates are also 1885 and 1886. But the 1885, which I do not have yet, and I don't know when I'll obtain it, but I plan on it at some point, is the major key date of the series. The 1886 is obtainable for around $100 or so, but this is the most expensive coin in the set. So a lot of these other these earlier years, with the exception of this one, for whatever reason, not sure why, are all pretty expensive. The 1884 is pretty expensive. You can't find really an XF or fine condition one like under $30. Another one that I have coming, but I bought like a low grade one as a good coin or a hole filler for now. I think I spent like $5 on it, but normally, like I said, to find a nice one, it's gonna cost anywhere from probably $20 to $40. This is another one, 1888. Basically, all of these are pretty. Once you start getting up towards here, the 1890s are not really too bad. The only one in the 1890s, for whatever reason, that's pretty expensive is the 1894. Not really sure why. Maybe it's lower mintage, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this series. It's kind of been nice being able to kind of just look through coins, cherry pick for nice coins. I've kind of almost made it a hobby, just browsing around eBay, finding the right deal for coins that I like. There's no reason really to rush. So yeah, those are my Liberty nickels, my collection. I will actually show you guys something else I was quite excited about getting today. Not only did I get this album, but I also found this. And this also cost $40, which is unbelievable because, like the Liberty Nickel album from Dansko, you can't find them anywhere. This album right now is going on eBay for $150 to $200. And that's new or used. So, and I got this baby for $40. It was basically, it didn't have the shrink wrap on it or anything, but it was basically like new. So, let's take a look at it here. This is a series I am also trying to dive into. Now, no, this is such a pain in the ass series or coin because, for one, it is a nickel, okay, but it's harder. It's a slightly smaller size compared to your modern nickels. So basically, if you don't have this album and you're not using 2x2s, you're out of luck because there's no easily obtainable albums out there that this coin will fit properly. It will not fit in a blank Dansko album or blank Dansko album page. Because it's slightly smaller, so it's very loose in there. So I was really super happy when I came across this today, let alone came across it for $40. Let's take a quick look at it. Now, some of these coins I may not be able to attain, but like I said, given the difficulty being able to store these coins, I don't care. I'll leave them empty. It doesn't matter to me. Most of these will be pretty easily obtainable, I think. This is one that will never be obtained. It's proofs only. But yeah, it is what it is. I do have one coin for here, and it's a pretty highly worn 1883. You can't really even make out any of the date, just barely. So, and I will buy a nicer example coin of this eventually. I do actually have a really nice example 1868 coming in the mail. It was supposed to be here recently actually, but it was like delayed for whatever reason. So, and like the Liberty nickel set, you can actually add any duplicates or anything like that here on the end. So that's pretty cool. Or I mean, if you don't want to deal with expensive ports and having them empty, you could theoretically swap this page around and just use this one instead. So now what I would have preferred to do is just buy my own custom album and buy these Shield nickel pages and just do it like that, but you can't do that because these aren't available. So, and Dansco does make different millimeter size pages, but of course the one that you need for Liberty or Shield nickels, I'm sorry, are out of stock right now. They're unavailable because they're not made currently. So, but yeah, I'm super glad I found this. This is another coin I really have a nice appreciation for, especially when you find a really specific nice coin. Like I said, the one I have coming, the 1868, is a really beautiful coin. So I'll definitely make a video about that maybe when it comes in. So yeah, I was definitely really happy to find this. Yeah, this is another series I can kind of just take my time with and look for nice coins and fill it in over time, especially because these Shield nickels are a bit more expensive than Liberty nickels are. You can probably find really worn ones for about $10 or so, but I'm kind of gonna, like I said, look for some nicer ones. So, but on a side note, I do have a lot of nickel albums now. I have about 6 nickel albums. So yeah, I'm kind of a nickel connoisseur, if you will. I'm also almost done with my Lincoln Cent album. So I figured maybe one of these days I'll make a video on that again. But I think that's all I got for now, guys. I'm out. Let me know what you think. Peace.